contact with somebody from one of the big four. Ended up becoming kind of a mentor to me. He's now a member of our club.
Man, when I first saw my first Hell's Angel standing there, I was like, that's what I want to be, man.
If you're running a three-piece, just like you know, it is truly an outlaw standard. Doesn't make you a one percenter, but it makes you an outlaw.
This is what I believe in, and it was awesome to see that my brothers believed in me.
It's the wolf leading the sheep, man. The sheep need to open their eyes because they're about to walk off the cliff where the whole other pack of wolves are at the bottom.
If you were getting your lunch money taken before you put them rags on, if they catch you by yourself, they're going to take your lunch money again.
I try to be around the guys and hang out with them as much as possible and get to know them, because that's really what it's about.
The Hells Angels are being arraigned.
One man was stabbed in the chest, another was knocked out, who faced criminal charges, including charges of hate crimes as well as gang allegations. One defendant faces an attempted murder charge. So this certainly appears to be a widespread investigation.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the biker war that erupted down in Texas. We got a bunch of other things to talk about. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. We got a lot of great things in the works. Road Dog, how you doing, man? Good morning. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Appreciate you. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Make sure you check out Patreon. There's a lot of exclusive content over there that you cannot see on YouTube. I post videos that just, they just can't hack it over here. There's guidelines and we try to follow them, you know what I'm saying, to the best of our ability. But anyway, we got a ton of things to talk about today. So Bike Week is wrapped up and there's been a lot of different things that have gone on. A bunch of motorcycle accidents, some people passed away. We're going to talk about a bunch of different accidents that have happened. So, let's see here. OSHP responded to a fatal crash in Brookfield portion of Route 82. This is in Ohio. A section of Route 82 westbound is closed for the time being as crews respond. Troopers at the Ohio State Highway Patrol are responding to the area of Route 82 and Addison Road in Brookfield Center due to reports of a fatal crash. Dispatcher, Trumbull County, told the news that the troopers were called around 6:15 p.m. on Sunday, March 8th, 2026. The crash, according to the dispatcher, is fatal. Photo of the scene. Here, I got a picture of it, I believe. Fire crews responded. Fire department responded to the scene. Member of the crew was also on the scene, spotted a motorcycle and an SUV on the scene, appeared to be involved in the incident. At the time, it is unconfirmed how many people were involved in the crash. And there's just so many of these that are going on, right? Donald King, motorcyclist, rear-ended on I-4 by alleged unlicensed drunk driver, dies. So this other guy passes away. I'm pretty sure I have the video for this. Pretty wild. Like it's really hard to even look at the video. This is in Orlando, Florida. A motorcycle rider who was rear-ended by a suspected unlicensed drunk driver and undocumented driver more than a week ago on Interstate 4 has died, according to Florida Highway Patrol. So he must have been around Bike Week, right? I'm imagining. So they confirmed on Monday that Donald King died from his injuries sustained in a February 28 crash. King was remembered by his family and friends as a loving, caring father and grandfather, someone who loved to plan surprise trips to visit his family. He previously worked as a corrections deputy in Lake County jail as part of a biker club. Best friend, it says, my best friend, my hero, my absolute best father. I couldn't have asked for, what's it say, best father? I've ever asked for. He suddenly passed away, Mackenzie King said. Her father, Donald, she wrote in an update on GoFundMe page. Thank you to everybody who sent in prayers, donations, and even shared more memories they had the chance to share with him. Such a supportive, loving, outgoing man, and so filled with so much light and shared with the world. So charges have been upgraded against the suspect. I showed you this guy the other day. Let me see if I get you guys a picture. I don't think it's gonna work. But it says, in the wake of King's death, charges against the alleged suspect, Edwin Gabriel Reyes, 30 years old, would be upgraded to DUI manslaughter and leaving the scene of a crash involving death. He was previously booked in jail on DUI charges, causing serious injury to another, driving without a license, failure to stop and stay in the scene of a crash. Reyes was found hiding in some woods after the crash, which happened on the westbound Interstate 4 near mile marker 104. A female passenger he was with was found hiding underneath a nearby bridge. According to FHP crash report, Reyes never had a valid driver's license. His BAC was found. BAC was found to be 0.215, more than 2 times the legal limit. In Florida, the legal limit is 0.08. He was found to be a Guatemalan. He had a Guatemalan passport. An ICE detainer was placed on him following his arrest. Cited twice before for driving without a license. They looked into Reyes' history and found that he had been cited or charged at least twice before for driving without a license, both in 2018 and 2022. He was stopped in Lake County and Levy County. He was found guilty and fined in both cases. According to court records in 2024, he was flashed by a red light camera for allegedly failing to stop at a red light. He received a fine in that case. So he stopped in 2018 for driving without a license, and Lake County pleaded no contest, adjudicated guilty in order to pay a $250 fine. In 2022, he was stopped in Levy County and driving without a license. He was adjudicated guilty and he had to pay $270 fine. In 2024, he was caught at a red light camera, failure to stop at an intersection. He was issued a civil citation of $264. In 2026, he was arrested on suspicion of driving without a license, driving under the influence, and leaving the scene of a crash. Reyes, who was behind the wheel of a Nissan Altima, slammed into the back of King's Harley-Davidson bike, throwing him from the bike, causing the bike to flip over the vehicle. King had stopped along the shoulder of the highway and was preparing to get back on when he was hit. Witnesses told the crash happened around 10 p.m. on the westbound I-4 near mile marker 104. That's a sad situation. When I first reported on this, the guy was still alive. He didn't pass away, but he has since passed away. Sending prayers out to his family is terrible. So it says here that there's a heavy police presence at a strip club, a gentleman's club in Palm Harbor. Does anyone know where that is? I believe it's in Florida. They say right now, at this very moment, there's a heavy police presence in this strip club in Palm Harbor. Hey, Carney, what's going on, man? Appreciate you paying more attention on your show instead of my show. What? Shout out to you, man. Go subscribe to Carney. Virginia Chaos is in the building. Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. Lisa, how are you? Floyd, what's going on? Good morning. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for joining me. Lisa, how are you? Good morning. Things are great. I'm doing great. Virginia Chaos, No Grow. How you doing? Awesome movie, Full Metal Jacket. Definitely was. Yeah, that was a really good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time. Al Roseberry, how you doing? Good morning. Shout out to BC, Canada. Appreciate all you guys taking the time to come in here and watch this show. Married with Paranormal, how you doing? So I got an opportunity to go along with some people on some paranormal adventures, and I'm going to be doing it soon. They want me to be a cameraman for their group, so I'm going to be doing that. And they go and they do exorcisms on people and stuff. It's going to be crazy. So I'll bring you guys along for the ride and see if you guys like that type of content. Vegan Cannibal, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. Kurt, how you doing? Big Staxx and crew. Christopher, what's going on? Hey, Staxx, always watch your podcast. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate that. Definitely will. So, yeah, if you guys like that type of content, like the ghost hunting type stuff, I'm going to be working with a crew that goes and hunts ghosts. So, it's going to be pretty crazy. So we're going to take a look at a video from Brotherhood of Distinction Motorcycle Club. Go subscribe to them on Facebook. He documents the cops messing with people at Bike Week, right? This video is pretty long. It's like 30 minutes. I don't know if we'll play the whole thing. I'll probably skim through it. But go subscribe to him. The link is in the chat, and it's in the description of this video. Tell him that Staxx sent you. I appreciate all you guys watching this. And we'll get to the biker war over in Texas after this. Crazy biker war with the Homietos and the Bandidos. So we're going to talk about that and some details that are going on with that. So check out this video. It's pretty wild. First, let's watch this video.
Ormond Beach Police Department vehicle and a motorcycle was reported at the intersection of US 1 and Airport Road late Saturday, according to police radio traffic. Initial reports indicated the crash was described as a sideswipe between the patrol vehicle and the motorcycle. The motorcyclist complained of pain in his hand following the collision, though the injuries were believed to be minor. Because the incident involved a police vehicle, the Florida Highway Patrol responded to investigate the crash, which is standard practice when law enforcement is involved in a traffic collision. Through the history of following crashes with police vehicles,
that must be the guy that crashed, right? I mean, look at his hand. And he was probably at Bike Week at the time, right? His hand's all bandaged up. Craig, what's going on? Thank you for joining me, Craig. Appreciate you.
Regardless of fault, the police officers are rarely ever cited. But 99% of the time when the other party is at fault, they are always cited by FA.
Doesn't that sound like a double standard? So police are never cited, but the other side is always cited. Isn't that odd? How does that work?
HP.
So you just heard what she just said, right? That makes no sense.
But 99% of the time, through the history of following crashes with police vehicles, regardless of fault, the police officers are rarely ever cited. But 99% of the time when the other party is at fault, they are always cited by FHP.
So he gets hit by a cop car, and the officers are never cited. You want to know why? Because he's probably has a lawsuit against him. They don't want him to win that lawsuit, so they're gonna say he didn't do nothing, right? I mean, that's how it usually goes, isn't it? So this is a wild video. Check this one out.
Hey, y'all. So, just like they've been telling y'all, man, you come down here to Daytona, they will tow your bike for playing your music. I want to show y'all something here. So we had a guy over here on the parking lot. We packed over here tonight. Guy over here playing his music. And they're actually finna tow his bike.
Playing your music, revving your bike, any of that. They will do it for the smallest things. You go a little past the line where the stop sign or the light is, they're towing your bike. They don't give a shit, man. They protect their own 100%.
Because he was playing music.
Just because he was playing music, they couldn't give him a ticket, right? You know how much money they make off of towing bikes and doing all that shit? It's like they make like $100 million during bike week. It's something somewhere in that range. I'll find out a number, right? And I'll bring it to you guys.
Florida tags. That's what they say. Anybody has Florida plates, hang like the bags are too big, anything, and you take a toll. But if you're from a different city like Texas, they give you a ticket and you go.
So because he got Florida plates and he was playing his music, they're gonna tow his bike. Only because he's from Florida.
Because he should know better, I think. That's the thing that they're trying to send, right? Because he's from Florida, he should probably know not to do that. But if you're from another state, they'll just ticket you and let you go.
You know what it is? Like everybody say, Daytona.
So y'all, like I said earlier, we on the parking lot hanging out playing music. And they told this man they towing his bike because he had his music playing out here.
I'm sure it was probably pretty loud for them to tow it, right?
So just to show y'all, this is the bike right here.
That's a nice bike too. Look at that.
Guy was playing his music. We've been playing music all day.
Wait, it was parked? It was parked? And they were playing music? That's great.
And they literally finna tow this man.
Yeah, it depends on what music was playing. If it's country, take them to jail.
Motorcycle right now as we speak for playing music. We've been playing music on this lot for damn near 3 hours.
And it caught up with you.
Hey, Brenda. Jason, what's up, brother?
That is crazy, right? It's a motorcycle event. Like, people are having a good time. They're going to that community, and all of a sudden, you can't play music. They take your bike. Like, that's just crazy.
They literally finna tow this man bike because he's playing fucking music out here.
It's a money grab for the cops, right? It's a money grab for the town, the cops, all that shit. They don't care. They just want to make money.
ENJ, DCB, everybody's been out here playing music, man. They hasn't said a word.
I heard people are getting sick of this shit with them turning it into what it's turning into. It's just turning into a big police situation where the cops they run the whole shit. It's not like people are saying that it's not like it used to be. It's not fun anymore. People are getting ready to boycott Bike Week and maybe move it somewhere else, they're thinking.
Walk up on this guy and tow his bike because he's playing music. Yeah, y'all see him.
100%.
That's some straight bullshit. Wow. I don't understand it, man.
And they can't even just give him a ticket and let him go. They gotta take the bike. They must get a commission on every bike they take. You know they got set up, right?
We packed out here, y'all. This is
paid.
just fucking Tuesday. Cody,
Hell
what's
no.
up? So they out here towing this man bike, y'all. This is some bullshit. Y'all see the crowd out here? Everybody's pissed off. Yeah, I know. You guys literally. Mike, what's up, bro?
Hey, Mike,
Yep,
what's
you
up,
gotta
bro?
go down a pound and get it out of pound.
It is a beautiful out, right?
Y'all came from nowhere. PG, you right, bro. Try to come over and have fun, though, man.
That's what it's turning into. People are saying that it's turning into a police controlled environment, and people are like, what the fuck? Like, it's not fun. I mean, if you got to go there and worry about getting your bike taken or getting arrested for some stupid shit, I mean, they make so many arrests during this time for stupid shit. You know how packed that jail gotta be?
Like you said, we've been playing music for shit since 6 o'clock. And they said they depends on how many times they got to tell us not to play the music. They hadn't said nothing to that man. That man hadn't played his music the whole night we've been over here till now.
He just said they were playing it all day. And then he says they weren't playing it. Did you hear that?
So they towed the bike for the music, and he just so happened to have a warrant. So he's getting arrested for that.
No, he's got a warrant. Of course they're gonna take him and the bike. They ain't gonna leave it.
Right. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, brother. Okay. All right. Okay. So y'all heard it, man. So he had the bike be towed for the music, and they ran a check on him and found out he got a warrant. So now he's being arrested.
Nah, I think they would have let him go for the music. Maybe. I don't know, though. These cops, I heard they're real dicks.
Just a bad day for him. And it's just Thursday. That's why y'all come down here and make sure y'all got y'all shit together, man. Yeah, he got a warrant. Yeah, that's what I say. You sitting over here smoking weed, got a goddamn warrant.
Can you imagine if you were from like California and you were out here and you had a warrant and they had to bring you back all the way to California or anywhere in the country? That would suck.
Got a warrant. Lady right here. Y'all see her. She tried to talk to the police. They wasn't trying to hear it. His name is who? Okay. Hey, Real. My name's Anthony. My name's Anthony Brown. I'm fine, sir. I'm a shop owner, Dirty Custom Baggers, and I'm actually on a live right now. I've got about 8 to 20 other shop owners and builders that are not happy with what's going on here. We're wanting to get with you to see if we can possibly have you apply for a permit so we can be allowed to play our music over here on the lot, since we always come over here and support you guys.
Fuck their blue line, bunch of crooks. 100%, man. They are. Fuck the police, man. Some people, they don't care. But anyway, tomorrow we're going to be talking about New Zealand. So it says, once dominant gang taken off the list of the minister's recommendation. So it talks about when they take them off the Gang Act list. A once dominant South Island gang has been removed from the Gang Act's list after police deem them to be no longer active in New Zealand. We're going to talk about what it takes for them to take a club off that list. So it says here, you guys remember when the Bandidos Club in Arkansas was ticketed and all that shit? Well, they postponed the hearing over the violations connected to alleged biker bar. It's nothing really too spectacular there. But we're going to talk about this alleged biker war. So the feds have tied deadly Interstate 45 shooting to Houston biker gang war is expanding Homietos case. A deadly series of highway shootings that shocked Texas motorists in 2023 is now being tied to federal prosecutors to a violent outlaw biker gang war raging across Houston region, a conflict authorities say has turned highways and bars and clubhouses into a battleground. According to newly filed federal charges, investigators allege that members of the Homietos Outlaw Motorcycle Club carried out coordinated attacks along Interstate 45 that left 3 rival bikers dead, making one of the most brazen chapters yet in the widening motorcycle gang conflict. The daylight ambush on a Texas highway. The violence unfolded April 14th, 2023, when a group of bikers traveling north on Interstate 45 became targets in a deadly roadside assault. The first shooting occurred at 11 a.m. near Spring, Texas, where 32-year-old motorcyclist William Kenningson was gunned down while riding his bike. Roughly an hour later, about 40 miles further north near Huntsville, gunfire erupted again, leaving 2 more riders dead, Andrew Cole and Romeo Sosa. Authorities quickly suspected the killings were gang-related. The victims were allegedly affiliated with the Bandidos Motorcycle Club, one of the largest outlaw biker organizations in the United States, it says. Federal prosecutors now claim the shootings were not random act of violence, but part of a calculated strike carried out by rival bikers from the Homietos MC. The man at the center of the case, the new criminal complaint, targets Joseph Ray Tequila Gomez, a Homietos member accused of taking part in the deadly attacks. Prosecutors allege Gomez participated in coordinated shootings of 3 rival bikers brandishing a firearm during the attacks, helped dispose of weapons used, and attended meetings where members allegedly discussed keeping the crime secret afterwards. He now faces federal racketeering conspiracy charges, a sweeping allegation often used to dismantle organized crime enterprises. If convicted, Gomez could face life in federal prison. There's a war between outlaw motorcycle clubs. Federal authorities say the killings were just one episode of a broader outlaw biker conflict that has simmered in Texas for years. The feud involves several biker factions, including the Homietos, the Bandidos, and aligned clubs. Investigators say conflicts escalated dramatically after the Homietos split from the Bandidos orbit around 2017, forming their own organization. Internally known as the Red and Gray Nation. Once considered a support club tied to the Bandidos network, the Homietos began building their own chapters across Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Nebraska, recruiting heavy from prison gangs such as Tango Blast, according to investigators. Since then, federal agents say the split has fueled a cycle of retaliation, ambushes, and shootings. A highway hit linked to an earlier biker shootout. Authorities believe Interstate 45 murders may have been retaliation for an earlier biker gunfight in Oklahoma City, where rival biker members clashed outside a bar. The shootout left Bandidos chapter president dead and intensified the hostilities between the groups. Days later, the victims targeted on the I-45 were reportedly traveling to a funeral related to the Oklahoma violence when a gunman struck along the highway. A broader federal crackdown. The new case against Gomez is part of a sweeping federal effort to dismantle biker gangs operating in and around Houston. You guys already know there's a huge RICO case with murders and arson and all this stuff in the Houston area. And the guy that I had on my show is tied into that. In recent years, prosecutors have charged multiple members of both the Homietos and the Bandidos with racketeering, murder, assault, weapons offenses tied to a sprawling turf war that authorities say has played out in bars, highways, and across the region's biker clubhouses. Investigators say the violence is driven by familiar outlaw biker motives, territory, reputation, dominance within the motorcycle club world. Now, what is expected in the road ahead? Trials tied to the Houston bikers are expected to unfold in federal court over the next coming months, with multiple defendants from rival clubs facing juries. For prosecutors, the I-45 murders represent a turning point, a moment a biker feud spilled into a major interstate in broad daylight. For the motorists who unknowingly shared the highway that day, it was a chilling reminder that outlaw biker wars aren't confined to clubhouses. Sometimes the battlefield can be the open road. So what do you guys think of this crazy biker war that's allegedly brewing down there in Texas? And you guys know the Bandidos trial is supposed to be happening really soon. So if you guys aren't aware, yesterday I talked about, thank you for gifting the membership, Lindsay. I appreciate that. I talked yesterday, Laconia is nothing like when I was a kid, Mike says. Oh, I'm sure a lot of stuff has changed. So yesterday I was talking about Ryan Wedding. Ryan Wedding is the reason El Mencho even got captured or killed. It was his information, and I knew this was the case. Ryan Wedding turns himself in, boom, El Mencho gets killed, targeted right after. So he walked into the consulate in Mexico, the U.S. Embassy, right? And he turns on El Mencho. And now they have proof of this. Officials in Mexico reveal Ryan Wedding was logistic expert that ran a sophisticated operation smuggling drugs across America. They hint at him working with the CJNG and Sinaloa cartels. New reports out of Mexico say Ryan Wedding and Los Chapos, sons of El Chapo, were the ones who sold Mencho out to the MX and the U.S. authorities. What? That is insane information. Los Chapos and CJNG formed alliances against La Marza, sometime after El Chapo was arrested, new reports say Los Chapos leaked info on El Mencho in exchange for benefits with U.S. authorities. Now, how true do you think this information is? Mexico and Canada point to Ryan Wedding and Los Chapos for alleged plot leak intel on El Mencho. A stunning cross-border intelligence claim is ripping through the world of international organized crime. Authorities both in Mexico and Canada believe the fugitive Canadian drug trafficker working alongside with factions of Mexico's most powerful cartels may have tried to trade sensitive information about one of the world's most feared crime bosses for leniency within the U.S. from U.S. investigators. At the center of the allegations is former Olympic snowboarder turned alleged narco kingpin Ryan Wedding and members of the powerful cartel faction known as Los Chapos. Investigators in Mexico and Canada now claim that information about the whereabouts and operations of notorious cartel boss may have been intentionally leaked as part of a calculated effort to curry favor with the U.S. authorities. If this is true, this is crazy. According to intelligence shared among law enforcement agencies, the alleged plan involved passing along information that could help American investigators target El Mencho, the elusive leader for the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, widely considered one of the most violent criminal organizations in Western Hemisphere. El Mencho has long been one of the most wanted men in the world. The U.S. government offered $10 million reward for information leading to his capture, accusing him of overseeing massive shipments of fentanyl, methamphetamine, cocaine into North America. Now, investigators believe rival traffickers may have attempted to use him as a bargaining chip. Authorities in Mexico say intelligence suggests members of Los Chapos, faction of the Sinaloa cartel led by the sons of imprisoned drug lord El Chapo, were willing to pass along details about their arch rival. The alleged goal: secure legal benefits for favorable treatment from U.S. prosecutors. According to sources familiar with the investigation, the Ryan Wedding connection. The alleged involvement of Ryan Wedding has drawn particular attention from Canadian authorities. Wedding, once promising athlete, who competed for Canada in the 2002 Winter Olympics, is now accused by investigators of becoming deeply embedded in the international drug trafficking networks. Law enforcement agencies say Wedding evolved from small-scale trafficker into major broker connecting Latin America cartels with distribution networks stretched across Canada and the United States and Europe. Canadian and Mexican officials now believe Wedding's connections in the Sinaloa-linked traffickers placed him in a unique position to pass along intelligence regarding rival cartel figures. Sources familiar with the investigation claim the information about El Mencho's movements and operation was allegedly calculated through mercenaries tied to Los Chapos and traffickers linked to Wedding. If the allegations are proven true, they would highlight the brutal strategic calculations that define the cartel rivalries. The Sinaloa cartel and the Jalisco New Generation cartel have spent years locked in a violent struggle for control of the drug trafficking routes across Mexico and into the United States. Cities across Mexico, from border strongholds to Pacific Coast ports, have become battlefields in the conflict. By alleging sharing intelligence about El Mencho with U.S. authorities, members of Los Chapos could weaken one of the most dangerous rivals while simultaneously improving their own legal standing. Investigators say Such maneuvering would be unprecedented. Drug traffickers have long attempted to trade information on rivals in exchange for lighter sentences, immunity, or reduced charges. The new era of narco cooperation. The alleged intelligence leaks underscore how modern cartel warfare is no longer fought solely with guns and assassins. Today's battlefields also waged through the legal system, intelligence channels, and international investigations. By cooperating sensitively with the authorities, criminal organizations can potentially eliminate competitors while protecting their own networks. While both a Mexican and Canadians say investigators remain ongoing about no formal charges related to the alleged intelligence exchange have yet been made publicly. Still, the claims have already sent shockwaves through law enforcement circles. For investigators, this case highlights the increasingly complex relationships between rival cartels, international traffickers, and law enforcement agencies. I mean, you would think, right, there would be like some type of honor amongst thieves type shit. I guess not. I guess not in that world. For the cartels themselves, it demonstrates the ruthless, calculated, and global narcotics trade. Even the world's most powerful crime boss can become a bargaining chip. So what do you guys think of this situation, if this is deemed to be true? I mean, this guy was one of the most wanted men at one point, right? Ryan Wedding. They called him the Pablo Escobar. Did he sell out El Mencho? Who knows? Only time will tell. But go check out Mike Ball. I think Mike Ball's going live soon. Hey, 518 Choppers, New York. What's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Please smash that like button. I appreciate that, Mike. The best and current information in motorcycle community. Also standing up to the rat, George Christie. No better than him to go watch his lives. Listen, the only thing I got to say to George is take a lie detector test. I'll pay for it, George. And why are you so angry? If it's not true, why are you so angry? Just very odd. But I got more information on the way. Stay tuned. I got a lot of interviews to do. That's why I had to do this early. I really appreciate all you guys. Make sure you go check out Mike Ball at 11 o'clock. He's got some great content. But I got some new interviews dropping. So stay tuned. Virginia Chaos, what's going on? He got spoiled cheese. Who knows, man? Hope you guys have a great day. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chat with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or you can hit a Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single dollar. It goes a long way. I put it right back into the show. I got some major things in development. You guys will see what's going on soon. So I hope you guys have a great one. Make sure you check out Patreon for exclusive content you can't get anywhere else. Jay Bird, what's going on? I'm just getting ready to jump off, man. Thank you, Mike. Have a great day, everybody. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.